And we were sharing stories about the pressure to clean our plates growing up. And I thought, oh man, this is a huge issue. Hey, Survivor. Welcome to episode 124 of the Vibrant Survivor podcast. Have you ever been forced to eat things you didn't want? Shamed for your body? Or made to feel guilty for not cleaning your plate? Well, in today's episode, we're talking about how trauma around food shows up and how to start healing in ways that improve your lifespan and your health span. But first, let's self-regulate with a 4-4-8 breathing exercise, if you'd like. We'll inhale for 4, hold for 4, and exhale for 8. Ready? Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How does it feel to slow down? Grab your notebook and pen, and let's dig in. Hey, Survivor. Welcome to the Vibrant Survivor podcast. Do you want to disconnect from a narcissistic or toxic situation and heal? Are you Googling how to identify a narcissist, narcissistic abuse, and boundaries? Are you feeling stressed and lonely while trying to avoid being sucked back in and lied to again? Hey, I'm Lesley. As a busy wife and mom, I fell for the lies and manipulations of narcissists. I wasted my time, talents, and money on users who kept moving the goalposts. I wanted real relationships and business opportunities and to enjoy life with my family. Instead, I struggled with anxiety, panic attacks, and insomnia, and I couldn't trust my body or anybody until I took a holistic approach to healing. In this podcast, you'll find tips for healthy living, trauma healing, and boundaries so that you'll have the freedom, confidence, and inner peace to respond, not react, after narcissistic abuse. Take a deep breath in, let it out slowly, and just relax. This time's for you. I have had my fair share of traumatic experiences around food, and one of the biggest ones is cleaning my plate under pressure. And it was when I was a kid, and I think even to this day, I can struggle with feeling compelled to clean my plate, not wanting to waste, and just that programming of sitting at the table and being kind of held hostage with the expectation that, hey, you need to clean your plate. Finish this, and then you can go outside, watch TV, get dessert, whatever the case was. And I was talking to a neighbor of mine about this the other day. We were out walking at the same time, and we were sharing stories about the pressure to clean our plates growing up. And I thought, oh man, this is a huge issue. And we were both talking about how traumatizing it was. And she said that she even got spanked for not cleaning her plate, and that to this day it's stuck with her, and that it creates this internal pressure to eat everything in front of her and to not leave anything on the plate, even if she's full or done or whatever. Can you relate? And there are other sources of trauma around food that you might have experienced growing up that maybe are still affecting you to this day, whether you realize it or not. There could be cultural expectations like, hey, this is what we eat in this family, or this is how we eat in this family. And maybe saying no or going against the grain was considered disrespectful, or going against or watering down your culture and frowned upon. Maybe you were mocked or bullied or harassed or yelled at or intimidated or shamed or guilted for doing that. Also, bullying or shaming about your food choices or your weight could be another source of trauma around food. You could have been overweight or underweight. And this could come from school, family, peers, even in your work environment. Food also could have been a source of comfort or safety when your emotional needs weren't met. And it could also be a substitute for healthy expression of emotions that carries into your adult life. Also, a lack of support, say when you made changes to your diet or lifestyle. Maybe you decided to eat healthier at one point, or you went plant-based, or you were gluten-free, and you just did not have the support or encouragement with your changes. So I invite you to identify one food rule or a food experience that still causes you stress or guilt or shame to this day. And maybe journal about that, or you can bring it up in a therapy session, or if you're part of a group, there's groups out there where they focus on body image and food, where you can bring that up and talk about it. Now, food trauma during your early years can impact you in adulthood and really stick with you. I've seen that in my own life. You may resort to emotional eating as a survival or coping mechanism, or you may have guilt or shame around wasting food, or, overeating, or just needing comfort because it was a substitute for emotional expression. You may have struggles with body image, control, or disordered eating, eating past the point of being full. You may have difficulty even setting boundaries around food with family or friends. And that could play into maybe some cultural elements that you are deviating from because, of a need that you have or changes that you've made. You may feel pressured or maybe singled out. I've had that happen. But it may be hard to set those boundaries because the culture is so deeply ingrained. And you may feel unsafe or feel unmotivated to participate in food-centered events. And this could include holidays, this could include dates, it could include family dinners, even work functions, just because you don't want to deal with the friction or not measuring up to the expectations of others, or just fear of being, singled out for doing things differently. Going through these kinds of traumatic experiences can lead to food becoming tied to control, shame, guilt, fear, instead of nourishment. I invite you to take time to reflect on the following question. Do you feel safe to eat what you need to eat, when you need to eat it, and how you need to eat it? Maybe something to include in your food journal if you keep one, or again, something to bring up, say if you participate in a group, or something to talk to someone that you trust about, a coach, a friend, family member. Here are 5 steps that you can take to start healing from trauma around food. 1 is to name the pattern. Say it out loud. Call out the experience. Talk about it. Label it. And acknowledge the fact that it was not normal, healthy, or okay. Number 2, create safe food boundaries. Know that you are allowed to say no or no thank you, even if it's your aunt's favorite dessert or famous dessert, or something that your mom has always made every holiday. If it's not in alignment with your goals and what you're trying to do now or going forward, then it is okay to say no or no thank you. And you can frame it in a positive way. Hey, I have enjoyed your fill in the blank with the food item. I have enjoyed this over the years. I am working really hard on fill in the blank with what you're working on, your goal, your health goals, your dietary changes. I'm really working hard on this. I'm going to refrain from having that. It looks awesome. And I've heard everybody say that it's amazing, and I'm going to stick to my plan and Really appreciate your support and thank you for offering. Whatever works for you. Number 3, check in with your body. Ask yourself, are you eating because you're hungry or because you're hurting? And ask yourself, too, what meal is this? Did you just eat a little while ago and you're kind of in between meals and you're just, maybe mindlessly tempted to or actively popping things into your mouth? That can give you pause and help you to give thoughtful consideration to whether or not you should indulge or whether maybe you need to wait, do something else like take a walk or maybe go meditate or call a friend or an accountability partner or go do some journaling. Another tip that you can do is to practice mindful eating. And you can do this through meditations. There are guided meditations out there that you can listen to literally while you're eating where they talk you through like looking at the food in front of you, blessing the food, taking a whiff, looking at the colors on the plate, taking a little bit of a taste, rolling it around your tongue, and starting that process of digestion, because that starts in your mouth, getting the juices flowing, and makes it easier for your body to be able to process the food. And also it helps you to slow down and not just inhale everything, which can also mess up your digestion. You can also apply what Dr. Bill Sears refers to as the rule of 2s, where you eat half as much, you chew twice as long, and take twice as long to actually dine, which helps you to really slow down, taste the food, savor the flavors, and eat in a way that will optimize your digestion. Number 4, bring in joy. Yes. Start with one meal that feels joyful, safe, nourishing to you. Maybe it incorporates the rainbow, or it's a healthier recipe that you're excited about, a healthy swap maybe for something that you've enjoyed growing up. Number 5, find safe support. This could include a coach, a therapist, a group, as I mentioned, a support group of some sort, or a trusted friend. Your healing deserves support. One thing that you could journal about to that end is, what would a healing relationship with food look like for me? And again, you could bring that up in a therapy session. You could bring that up during a support group. If there's like an open share, that also can help you to connect with others, connect with yourself, absolutely, become more aware, more in tune with your body, but also connect with other people and establish a community connection, which can then also support your goals. Survivor, you deserve to feel safe, seen, and nourished when you eat. And your seat at the table should be a place of peace. And this journey that you're on doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to start. Remember, you're not too much or hard to feed. Healing starts with what you need. Thanks for tuning in, Survivor. You are worthy of healthy relationships, and that includes food. Take care, and I'll talk to you soon. Hey, Survivor. Do you want to heal after narcissistic abuse? Come and join me in a closure coaching session. This is a 1-hour, one-on-one coaching call that's going to help you disconnect from dysfunction, create your own closure, and begin a long-lasting journey of healing, step by step. Head right now to closurecoachingsession.com. If this podcast has helped you understand who and what you're dealing with, sharpen your discernment, and move forward on your healing journey, share it with another survivor. Help me help others by leaving a review for the show. And let's connect on social. Take a screenshot, share it in your IG stories, find and tag me at The Vibrant Survivor, and I'll share your post too. I look forward to connecting with you on IG and seeing you back here. You're not alone and you're not crazy. Know who you're dealing with, know who you are. Take care, and I'll meet you back here next week. Bye-bye.